Good afternoon on what is a warm, bright, and sunny day. It is Wednesday, the 17th of July, and I'm in the reading up with a nice cup of tea, a box to continue unboxing. And what I've got here, I'll try and get out of the box because it's quite a big book, is this, which is Numenera Destiny. So, countless millennia, the great civilizations of the prior worlds ruled the earth. They built cities and machines of imaginable grandeur and scale. They reshaped the very planet and cast off from it to the stars, the universes, and even realms outside our reality. Their works were beyond number and beyond wonder, but now they are gone. The world we have inherited lies in their shadow and their ruins. But have we lost all that they left us? Can we make for ourselves a better world? Can we sift through the remains and remnants of the prior worlds to lift this, the ninth world, from its age of darkness? Perhaps so, but only if we call upon every ounce of our gift, our wisdom, on our will, and upon the mysterious workings of the Numenera. Numenera Destiny opens up a new and exhilarating chapter of the Numenera role-playing game with everything you need to help lift the ninth world into a brighter future. Elegant rules for entirely new modes of play, letting players create and expand their world over the course of a whole campaign. Robust salvaging and crafting rules that let characters convert their remnants of the prior worlds into beneficial technologies for exploring or furthering their communities. Vehicles, artifacts, structures, and other Numenera objects to discover or build. New character types, descriptors, and foci: the Arcus, who adeptly leads, the Delve, who excels at exploration, and the Rite, who crafts installations, artifacts, vehicles, and weapons. Creatures, ciphers, and artifacts that build on the theme of destiny. 4 complete adventures themed around ninth world communities, plus a giant poster map. Numenera Destiny is one of 2 core books. You need Numenera Discovery to play it. It includes character generation, all the basic game rules, and detailed information on the ninth world. So this is a companion to Numenera Destiny, which is the second edition of Numenera, published just a few years ago. The original published in 2013 when it was a very big hit, really put Monte Cook Games on the map, and was the basis of the cipher system, the mechanics which underpin almost all of the releases from Monte Cook Games. So this is the companion volume. This expands the world, expands the setting, and the way in which the player characters can basically be in the world and bring about change more directly, rather than just going on simple adventures. Building communities, improving communities, building objects, and making a better world. Perhaps discovering more about it in the process. We have credits page, and a table of contents, and introduction for a better future, moving the world of Numenera forward through player action. The first section we have discusses new characters. And this starts off with Destiny character types. So the Arcus, who leads, and so on. And these follow the format of a standard character types, with possible intrusions, inborn traits, enhancements, and that sort of thing, and how they will grow and change over the course of the different tiers as they grow and gain experience. So, having done the Arcus, including a section on followers, because this is the character who leads. Move on to the right. One who constructs, puts together, takes things apart, pulls them together, and so on. And more. So that's one of the things that was perhaps missing from the Numenera Destiny book. Essentially, there was nobody, there was no character type that led or that or created anything. But the Arcus does the leading, the the right does the building, and then the third type we have here is the delve. This one essentially does delve, who explores the depths, further reaches of the ninth world and the remnants of the previous worlds, presumably, ideally bringing back all of the salvage and the loot and the things that are making discoveries that will be of use, perhaps to the Arcus, but definitely to the right. You were able to deconstruct them and then turn them into something else. And then we have throughout. We've also got some couple of examples. So there's the Delve example. We've also got examples earlier in the book for the right and the Arcus. And then we have community abilities for the Glaive, Jack, and Nano. Those are the core three types that you get in Numenera, and they've always been there ever since the first edition. And then we have more character descriptions. So this is whether or not they're adaptable, articulate, cultured, committed, confident, civic. Really quite suitable for the Arcus there. But they would also work in some ways. For example, exacting or curious would probably, or industrious, would work well with the delve or the right. So lots of those, and the thing is with those is that also they can be used with the other core types, and the Nano, the Jack, and the Glaive. And we have new character foci, the focuses, so absorbs energy, acts without consequence, and more. Augments flesh with graphs. Battles automatons. So if the descriptor essentially says what the character is like, the focus is what the character does, or how the character undertakes the action. So you might have you've got builds tomorrow. That'd be great for an Arcus or a right, and so on. There are some weird ones like defends the gate, descends from nobility. That'd be useful for Arcus. Weird ones might be emerge from the obelisk, which is sort of like one of the objects which floats in the sky above the land of the world in the Ninth Age. So you've got lots of different focuses, lots of different character types. That makes it more interesting. Possesses a shard of the sun. Gives it lots of solar powers. Sees beyond. Shepherds the community. Again, another very specific kind of with the Arcus. Then we've got shreds the walls of reality. So you have reality hopping potential there with the characters. Wields weapons like sky. Sorry, wields words like weapons and so on. So yeah, that's quite a lengthy section of new character options. Not quite about a quarter of the book, in fact. Then we move on to part 2, salvaging and crafting, and then just giving a quick view over building the ninth world, and then we're into, this is hardly a chapter at all. Chapter 5 is really kind of short. We're into the salvaging section, finding iotum and parts and so on. Because everything and anything can be salvaged. There's a lot of machinery and parts left over from the previous 9 ages, each of which dealt with a different kind of highly advanced technology. So we have the complete rules for that. Gives sort of like quite an interesting option for a character. Um, and then having done plenty of salvage, we move on to crafting. And the types of devices that Light can create. And we've got some commonplace objects and structures. So this is crafting and building at home, buildings and the like. But also commonplace objects as well. And then we have the Numenera. This is looking at the particular objects and devices which characters can scavenge across the Ninth Age. And there's several types. Artifacts are going to get quite powerful. Ciphers are generally tend to have sort of like maybe one use, maybe two or three uses, but they're quite powerful for the short. Then we have plans for Numenera, which is going to help the characters create them. So they're not only can they can find them, they can now create them. So giving again, these give a nice sense of long-term acts for the player characters to want to take, giving a bit more scope than the immediate one adventure after another. I want to do this, I want to create this, I want to improve the community, and so on. And lots of options there. We've got community crafting setbacks, minor secondary effects which can be built in, and so on. The types of plans that can be found, and you've got all of these listed here that perhaps the skilled right can build. So the installation plans. There could be an alarm tower or a cleansing arch. All are listed here, and it's quite imaginative what you've got here. Like an earthquake Carillion, or a far-speaking pylon ultimate. So lots of options. Not really limited to what's here on the page. The right is free to use their imagination, what they might want to build, whether that's a keepsake capsule or a lightning tower. But giving him plenty to choose from. The same applies to vehicles. It could be a thunder harness or a void glider, a water skimmer, war chariot. But the other thing about this is that essentially once it's built, or not once it's built, it's also things that you could give to NPCs as well. Then we move on to ciphers, the typically one-shot devices player characters can find and utilize that are encouraged to utilize in the game. If they have too many ciphers in the game, there'll be a backlash. So they're encouraged to use one cipher, make sure they've got an empty slot, and new artifacts they can hold more of, and they have greater effects. These are the equivalent of your wondrous magical items, things like a multi-opener or a psychic eradicator or a stability spike. Grab those, just interesting items. So that's another big chunk devoted to technology of the Ninth Age of Numenera. The next is on community. Communities of Destinies. Essentially, these are new locations, So we have Numenera follows the Dream Titans. You've got a new location from which to explore, visit. And um, End Height Moon Mildew, again another location, a little map, and details and write up. Proper map location there. Um, in Rakite, and then next is Rakide. Here's the Cathalith's Whispers. So numerous locations. Maps, descriptions, NPCs, quite rich in detail. All Carousel sells the Sea of Secrets. Yeah, there's fantastic. There's the Sea of Secrets. Okay, map it, and there's you encountering just like huge floating city. Really like that. That's just a lovely idea. Again, numerous locations. I really like these. The addition of these. Essentially, these are all what they call starter communities, starting points, interesting starting points for your game. We also have organizations like the Amber Gleaners, the Order of Healing. Move on to creatures and characters. Creatures with a guide there on using Destiny creatures and NPCs. Move on to the creatures descriptions themselves. Like bio ones like a flesh ghost. Fossick, that's the flesh ghost. So typical range of interesting creatures that you can encounter in the Ninth Age, like the Grief Steel or that, the Idolum. We saw a picture of it earlier. That's a Beric. So lots of interesting creatures to be encountered, and these should sort of spur whole encounters of their own. We'll move on to non-player characters. And these are sort of archetypes that you can easily just use as they are or adapt. A few of those. A section for the game master on handling communities. So we've got tools for the game master, how to found a community. Define community. Those are the stats that are going to measure things like population, structures, installations, and so on. And then it have its own actions it can take as a community, as a group, as a collective. That includes preparing militia for facing hordes, armies, and rampaging beasts. So you are playing at slightly higher. You're playing at a higher scale with this. We've got whole tables of hordes there, sample ones. Guiding a community. How do you work with the community to push it in the direction you want it to improve, help the lives of others, and so on. Advice on running a Destiny campaign for the Game Master. And then we get to the adventures. And overview there, just beforehand, we get to the first one, the door beneath the ocean. And these all have a particular influence upon or effect upon the community's type adventures. Essentially, in each case, we've got a section on getting the players involved, adventure start, and synopsis. Settlement in trouble there. Or Act 3 is exploring the door beneath the oceans, delving into darker secrets. Encountering some of the creatures encountered earlier in the bestiary. Adventure to Trefoil. Similar kind of setup, you know, how to get what's going on, how to get the player characters involved, and so on. More Red Plague and that is and lastly Terminus, which seems appropriate title for the last adventure in the book. And then, as with every Numenera title, we have the back matter, includes section on vehicle movement and combat, the defenders of Elomir, followed by a glossary, and notes the playtesters in the character sheet. And the index. And that's it. You also get the map there as well. So that is Numenera Destiny, the companion volume to Numenera Numenera Discovery. Sorry, is the core rulebook you'll need to play. But this one expands that into communities and discoveries and using the technology of the past for the future. An excellent expansion to the setting and the mechanics and the player options. I think, you know, if you're a fan of Numenera, you're going to want this absolutely. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with box containing a book or game or role-playing supplement, or in this case, the companion volume for Numenera Discoveries from Monte Cook Games, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.